What's up, Aurora? Your hair looking good today?
Thank you. I showered.
Oh, nice. I had to interrupt, as per always, to do a commercial for my show that's called My Two Cents. It's a cartoon. You pretty much looking at it right now. Mad props and big ups to my man Chris Smith. These are all the backgrounds or photos by Swizz. Appreciate you, Steph and Aurora and Asia May. Thanks for coming in. Man, this was a good one. Hi, Sacramento. Hi. All right, everybody. Hello and welcome back to the NOS. That's the 916 News on the Street, where 4 Sacramento comedians react to the Sacramento news and California news and just what everybody's talking about in Sacramento. I'm your host, Ellis Rodriguez, and I'm joined as always by Steph Sanders.
What up, Sacramento? I changed diapers.
What's up? Shown at actual size. And as well, Aurora Singh.
Hi.
We love Aurora Singh. And then today we got a guest, another comedian from Sacramento, Asia May.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Don't mind my government name.
So
It's Asia May.
Oh, I need to change my name.
Yeah, I'm like, oh God, this is. Oh, how do I do that?
I'm not even sure that it's gonna show those in the recording. It definitely.
Oh, good.
Names.
That's fantastic.
So you like to go by Asia May, right? That's right.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so welcome to the news. I got a couple of weird ones. So first of all, it's 48 degrees and raining. It's supposed to be sunny for the rest of the week. I'm assuming, Aurora, you spent the morning watching the rain?
I will after I'm done with this.
Yes. Yeah.
Actually, I'm facing the window right now and I can see the rain, so it's kind of the best of both worlds.
Nice.
Everybody hates it.
As per the usual, I hate the weather right now. I want to talk about the weather a little bit, though. I looked up the news. I'm looking for article. It was kind of light today. 2 or 3 articles, though, on like fatal car crashes. Right?
Oh my gosh.
Which anytime it comes up about driving in weather or people in California that were horrible drivers and nobody in California knows how to drive in the weather, you know? I guess my question, you guys, is that the case? Do you think people in California can't drive, or people can't drive in California can't drive in the weather?
Yeah, both. And it's worse than the weather. Like, I never seen people until I came to Sacramento speed up in the rain, like 95 in the rain.
Yeah, it's like an invitation.
It's like they're trying to dodge the raindrops.
Right, and put you into a median. They don't want to let you merge. I mean,
no merging. I don't know. I haven't driven enough in other places besides California to have an opinion about whether or not we're worse drivers, but definitely the weather. It's crazy.
Oh, we're worse drivers, trust.
And I'm a commuter.
I've driven in about 16 and about 25 states, and yeah, this is the worst.
I'm a commuter, so I've seen a lot of driving. But
the best drivers. Which state is like, oh, these guys know.
Utah.
They're the best drivers.
They're the best drivers.
Why?
They're Mormons. They don't,
They're Mormons. They follow the rules.
Look, that is a Mormon stereotype that I am not going to allow you to pass off on this podcast.
I say pass that stereotype. That's a good stereotype to have. You're a good driver.
Mormons are good drivers.
Mormons are DMV training experts.
I'm gonna have to check that. I'm gonna have to check the fact check that stuff.
Mormons have a lot of bad,
and it's gonna be Utah or New Mexico.
Mormons have a lot of bad stereotypes. So I think that it's great that you're saying that they are good drivers. It's a good stereotype.
Awesome. High five.
About people in minivans. I feel like every time I see somebody in a minivan, they're driving it like it's a dragster.
I used to drive my minivan like that. I will race you for a pink slip.
Hey man, I'm starting to know some budget conscious drug dealers, and they be riding minivans now.
It's like a truck. It's like a car.
I'm telling you.
I want a minivan.
Asia, what is that about minivan drivers? Like, even if you try to kind of pass them, they'll immediately take it personally and try to.
No, there's definitely some aggression there, and I'm just an aggressive driver. Like, I want to be first, because if you ain't first, you're last. But I don't know. It's like I got somewhere to be. I got snacks to drop off at soccer. Yeah. I got some wood to pick up, some pallets to make some backyard shit. I don't know.
Wood to pick up.
I used to treat my minivan like a truck. I swear.
Wow, that's why it's a used to be. Is rest in peace, minivan.
It's still alive. It's an apartment now in a parking lot in San Francisco. But
I love that. I don't have any children or any need for a minivan, but I want a minivan because I used to work at Toyota, and I'm gonna tell you, those Toyota minivans are big and luxurious. They are so nice. And before the pandemic,
but so are SUVs,
you
right?
want to have sex in a minivan?
No. SUVs. Okay, so SUVs are nice, but minivans have room. Like you can take the seats out, you can sleep in it.
Yeah.
And before the pandemic, when I was like, oh, I'm gonna go on the road and I'm like a substitute teacher and I have time to do this, I was gonna get a minivan because you can literally travel around the country and then take out all the seats and sleep in the back.
And I hear what you're saying, Steph. I have had sex in a minivan. You know what I mean? Which that is saying a lot. You could have sex in a.
You can stretch out and have sex in a minivan.
Yes.
You was a soccer mom. You was screwing somebody that definitely had kids. So I that's good, Alice. Let everybody know. I do too. I've had sex in a minivan.
In a glove box.
The car seats. They got car seat room for me when I get in the car seat. My room, I can put my legs out. That's why I like the minivan. And the girls.
You guys are naughty.
Oh boy.
Are you the good one in our group? You are the good one in our group.
Oh.
So.
Yeah.
Oh, Rora will be our voice of reason here.
Okay. It's about to get racial, everybody. So then I was looking up a bunch of stories, and then one of them's directly racial, one's kind of pretty much racial, which I thought was interesting. St. Francis Catholic High School. You guys?
Oh my God!
What?
Is that where you went?
Stop calling me
So I
that.
went to school. What did they do?
Oh my God!
Okay, well, this will be interesting. Apparently, they have a history of some kind of racial contention there at the school. And most recently, a young lady there of the Caucasian persuasion made a video mocking a fellow African-American student using blackface.
Wow.
How recently?
That's about the Catholic school.
Like
how recently?
Like it just happened a couple of days ago.
What's happened? Like
okay, so let me tell you guys something. St. Francis High School has a long history of treating their Black students terribly, including myself. And to the point where in the BLM movement, when that first started like really picking up over the pandemic, they posted a post saying, oh, like how everyone was posted, we see you, our Black community, and we're here to support you. And then every alumni and current student went in on the post, thousands of comments being like, oh, you support me, then why'd you let this happen? This teacher did this to me, this student did this to me, blah, blah, blah. Thousands of comments to the point where they had to have a town hall meeting.
My God.
With all of the alumni, and I was included in this, and 2 students from my year of graduation ran the town hall. I don't know why they chose my year, but probably because my year is the fucking best. Okay.
Because 2015.
Huh?
Because 2015 was great.
2000. Wait, when did I graduate high school? 2010. Okay. So then.
It was so close.
But here's the crazy thing. There were thousands of people on this Zoom town hall, and there were people in the waiting room waiting to get in because it was too full. And they had Black students speak and tell the administration their story, including myself. I told my story. We only got like 2 minutes, but I shared like a quick story of how I was discriminated against or treated badly because of my race.
But you were Black. Is that what you're saying? Appropriated Blackness.
What's your story? To give us the 2 minutes.
Oh, okay. So I said that there is a teacher. There are so many stories for the record, but there is a teacher who was constantly picking on me. And I went to administration. I was like, hey, this teacher hates me. Like, I need to get transferred out of her class. She's like yelling at me in class for no reason. And they're like, okay, whatever. You're just dramatic. Because also I was a class clown. Like, I get it.
There it is.
Like, I get it. But like in this class, I didn't, because I was terrified of this woman, right? So then come graduation, it's like we're 2 months out from graduation. I get called into the office, and then they go, yeah, you're not going to graduate because this teacher's failing you. She said you haven't turned in homework for 2 months, that you're constantly disruptive. And I was like, bitch, I fucking told you guys that this was happening and I wasn't doing anything. And it wasn't until they went in and investigated and like interviewed other students in the class, white students in the class, by the way, that they realized that she was actually singling me out. And by the way, turning in homework for 2 months, we didn't have any homework to turn in for 2 months. If you check the syllabus, it was all reading and quizzes in class. So she just made it up to try and fail me.
Well,
did that? Oh,
Look, why are there, if they hate black students, if they have black students so much, why do they have black students? Are they on scholarship? Are they on the basketball team?
No,
Yep.
because
They on
there's
the
rich
basketball
black
team,
people.
volleyball team. Look,
right?
man,
Yeah, volleyball.
Catholic schools are there. I went to Catholic school. Same thing. I was the safe Negro. They don't like us. Catholicism does. Look at the history of Catholicism.
Wait, stand by, man. My mom was a teacher and a principal at a Catholic school. It was pretty much all minorities. You know what
I mean, my mom is black. My mom's black, and she was a principal at Grant High School, and like she still said there's shit that goes on there, like everywhere.
All poor baby syndrome. They like
none of this is new anywhere.
But they don't give a damn.
Steph,
none of this is new anywhere
about it.
Okay.
Did they say they're going to do something about? Did they say they're going to do something about those blackface student?
They've been racist.
Well, they basically dropped a, hey, we're very disappointed and sad about this, and this is reflect. Blah blah blah.
So they're doing nothing.
They just had a town meeting with some other school, and I don't know where it was, but somebody posted it, and it's like this Mexican guy. He's a Mexican native, been here since like 1981, and they have this big meeting. Hey, our kids are being our kids are being battered online. It was some Snapchat thing going around about people of color, whatever it was. So they had this big meeting. So the Mexican guy's talking. White dude just sits there straight up, straight face. He's like, well, why don't you stay in Mexico? and everyone goes, you see the old white lady in front of him. She goes, oh, you need to leave. They were outraged. They were honestly like shocked. And so it's weird how like people still don't realize that people act like that, but in the same token, everyone knows that people actually act like that. But when you're a person of color, you fucking see it all the time. So it's really not surprising or shocking.
I posted that on my Instagram. I thought it was hilarious.
It was.
You need to leave.
Okay, so here's another story which I find interesting, kind of related. I gotta give props to the Sacramento Republican Party. All right. Sacramento Republican Party has just kicked out a guy named Jeffrey Perrine, I guess. I don't know what his name is. Because he is an active member of the local chapter of the Proud Boys.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh boy.
What I thought was interesting was they
only kicked him out because it went public.
Exactly. You know how many of them there are?
I want to give people credit for doing the right thing. You know what I mean?
They only do it because it's quid pro quo.
What?
Making them free slave to save the Union.
What do you want? What do you want?
Was only signed to save for Lyndon B. Johnson's presidency.
Do you know the local chapter of the Sacramento Republican Party?
No, but this is critical race theory. Tenet number 5. They only.
I thought we was talking about the soccer team, but go ahead.
I think I obviously assumed, but I didn't know that there was a local chapter of the Proud Boys. Not sure what they're proud of.
They're everywhere.
Have you been downtown lately?
Alice, why are you acting like this is you brand new?
I'm on quarantine, bro. Lately? I didn't know the Proud Boys were nationwide.
They're the local chapter.
They are everywhere.
Go downtown on a weekend by the Capitol, and you'll see hordes of them.
Doing what?
Hordes of them.
Yeah, they just stand on the Capitol and chill, dude, with fat flags up and everything.
Yeah,
every weekend.
Pocket pistols.
Every weekend, dude.
Seriously, I work in up the hill in Auburn, and definitely during the week of the insurrection, I felt extremely uncomfortable. Okay. And I am a very blendable Black woman. All right. I work in a facility. I'm one of the few Black people, I think maybe 2 or 3 that work there. And I've never felt uncomfortable up that hill. I go on Target. I'm the only Negro. I'm fine with that. I smile, I nod. And I smiled and nodded to this man in traffic. And he did this to me. He went.
Yeah.
His head nod was so slow. I swear I thought I was going to get lynched and hung in the woods. I had to switch vehicles. I switched vehicles to a honky tonk truck. So I went out to drive my Chrysler with my 22-inch rims in Auburn and get hung by the Proud Boys or whomever because it was very uncomfortable.
Look, I am not done enough.
Everything, the skinheads, the KKK, Proud Boys is a local chapter of all of it.
Alice, you know their training ground?
No.
St. Francis High School.
Yeah. They have meetings and everything.
They recruit out of there. I think this is the thing. I haven't done enough research. We just started doing the show. So I don't I don't know what you want Sacramento Republican Party to do if they find one of these guys in their midst, then to kick them out. I think that's the right thing. And absolutely. I'm gonna just give them props to that, because I think that like the far right and the far left, there have been a lot of far left activists vandalizing people's houses, making threats to go to other people's houses, and they're fighting for homelessness and they're fighting for whatever. It seems like the right thing. But as soon as people start vandalizing, breaking stuff, right, that's when you go wrong. I don't even know what the hell that means. I'm a big everybody can have their opinion, but I'm always like the middle. Let's keep everybody in the middle. Yeah. And I don't really know nothing about the Sacramento Republican Party other than they kicked out some Proud Boy. So I'm excited about that. I don't know.
Okay.
I like the positive spin on it. I like the positive take. That's good.
What's the next story? What happened at the zoo?
Well, also they got his name in it, which is weird. Like, so the Proud Boys, they're like just out about this. Like, this is not like a secret. Like the local, the Sacramento KKK. Are they out and about?
You live in the United States of America, right? You know this is their country. They have the power. They can come out about anything.
What if it's like a manipulation? It's like a manipulation trick to be like, oh, we're being so good, and they like sacrifice one of their own to like show.
Hey, buddy, you're up.
Right. I've been watching too much Marvel. This is like in my brain.
They only kicked you out because you got caught. Damn it.
Yeah, there are layers to this story, Aurora.
We gotta kick you out right now. We're gonna say that, but we gotta give you some money over here. You just
they didn't get caught. He recently just got elected, and it was elected.
Stand back and stand by.
It just seems like it fell into place too easily, and that's why I'm like, I don't trust it. I feel like maybe there's something behind it where they paid the guy. They're like, hey, let's push you up. Let's bring it down. We'll take care of you after, but we're going to make you come out as this evil guy and show how loyal we are and how much we are forward thinking. So we can work our way to the top and then get all the power and then take everybody down.
Thank you, Aurora. Thank you. Bravo. Bravo.
Y'all are full of hate. You guys are full of hate in your heart. And I'm telling you right now, it is ridiculous to say I hate racism and white people.
I love white people.
It doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? What was that quote?
I'm just disappointed in them.
A great man once said, if there's two things I can't stand, it's people that are intolerant of other people's cultures and the Dutch.
For the record, I am just disappointed in them right now, and I'm really disappointed in my high school. You're
disappointed in them right now for getting rid of a Proud Boy?
No, not that. I mean, overall, like, it's just disappointing, a lot of it. But not that part. I'm just saying, I've been literally rewatching all the Marvel movies, and so in my mind, I'm like, there is layers to everything. Everyone is going to die at a snap of a finger one day because everyone's going to get.
Well, hell,
I'm like.
This is just the beginning.
All right, so then let's get on to something.
It's hard not to be skeptical in our own defenses.
All right, let's change the subject to something less contentious. This is kind of a nationwide story.
Awesome.
Ted Cruz tried to go to Mexico.
That's my man. Hey.
Oh,
this is what I love about the Ted Cruz story is that, like, I think Biden, Grandpa Joe tried to go home for the Super Bowl. So he's on Air Force One. He's secluded by himself and he's going home, right? And there's all this news. How dare this guy, because it's COVID, and how dare this guy go traveling for a Super Bowl party? Ted Cruz just went on a commercial airline to go to Mexico because it's freezing cold. And like,
in which you represent the constituents, and everybody does not have power and doesn't have food.
No power, no food,
no water.
It's literally an emergency in his state.
Right.
And he was like, man, I got to go to Mexico. You know what I mean?
All you got to do is say that. The optics.
Flights are pretty cheap right now. I'm just saying.
Hey.
I feel like
you said, my daughters, he said I couldn't let my daughters down.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I know, Aurora, you gave Gavin Newsom a slide because he was cute. Do you think Ted Cruz is cute enough to receive a slide?
No.
No,
absolutely not. No. And Ted Cruz is like creepy, and we don't like him. And also, they're literally in a state of emergency right now. That's just fucked up. Would I do that if I had the money and power and I was in control and I was supposed to help people?
Yes, I would.
Yes, but that is why I am not in office.
But what if he could handle shit from Mexico? Like, what if he could do everything he needed to
still
do?
Be handling it with them.
With them?
He should be there.
It's like the king being in the front lines.
I want to give Ted Cruz props because he flew commercial.
That's a great way of spreading it.
He flew commercial, yeah.
I think the funniest part too was that he was going to kick it. He was going to kick it for the weekend or whatever. And then it blew up on social media so much, he just got right back on a plane and came home.
You might as well just take the L and stay. I mean,
the L has been taken. You're right, because whether you're there for an hour or 10 days, it's the same.
The deed is done. Aurora, what was happening in the background that he needed to get down to Mexico for a day?
Exactly. Okay.
What was this a diversion for?
So what happened was he had to go make a deal. So he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go on vacation," but then Mother Nature was like, "Oh shit, we gotta do our thing." So then he's like, "Well, this is bad timing, but like I have to go get the 5th Infinity Stone in order to kill everyone in the world." So he's like went over, and then he's like, "Uh-oh, I got caught, but I just made a bad mistake. Now I'm coming back. Uh-oh," but he got the stone and he's heading back, and he's back in Texas, and now he's gonna shovel snow with everyone and help
Thanos.
Huh?
Ted Cruz is Thanos.
I think so.
Fan dude, he's Loki, maybe. You know what I mean? Like,
that's
Trump's got to be Thanos, right?
Trump is too.
He wants to get rid of all Democrats.
Thanos.
What?
No, he's too wimpy to be Thanos.
Thanos
is in the background. I don't even know if we would know who Thanos is because he's like, you don't ever see him.
Oh yeah, he's a Rockefeller.
Oh, you definitely see him. It's kind of
one of those originals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that Ted Cruz is like open game because he'll be running his mouth about us. He'll be running his mouth about California every time we have problems, and then essentially say because we're a Democratic state that's why anytime something goes bad, right? Whereas he needs to be paying attention to Texas. Small news. This is you guys ever go to the farmers market in Southside Park?
Yeah.
So there's some who said no?
I don't think at what park?
At Southside Park. It's on it's on W and 8th.
I haven't been there.
I haven't been in a long time.
Did it still happen right now?
It's kind of sort of still going, but it's moving to there's some kind of project that's going to go there for a while, or maybe
there's one over by like where Lowbrow is over there, the comedy spot. There's a
they do it in the with the Lavender District. They have one
yeah, there's another farmers market though that's on W and 8th, and it's been there for
I've gone to that one a lot.
Been there forever. It's moving to Art and Fair Mall.
Yeah, because the mall ain't on there.
Yeah, it's moving to the parking lot in Art and Fair Mall.
Is the mall open?
Not really.
The mall is open, but only got 6 stores left.
Yeah, not really.
Businesses, I mean, yeah, a lot of people couldn't survive that. Makes sense, but do you think it'll change who attends? Because that's like I don't know.
Yeah,
that park is that area is kind of central to.
There's a bunch of churches and stuff and things right there. I think people would get out of church and literally just walk over the farmers market.
I think it's going to be an interesting mix of people.
And ours not too far off, but it's not like a walking.
Travel to farmers markets. Like I'm a farmers market person. I will go to farmers markets everywhere.
Everywhere. You'll drive.
There's a farmers market culture. See, and I have placed myself in this farmers market culture, and so I go for the cheese, the wine,
I love farmers market.
Artisan cheese, wine, honey, and the
love it.
Are you going to fancy cheese and wine parties?
I am, dude. I
hate you. I hate everybody who goes to fancy wine and cheese parties.
I remember 7 wines.
Why?
No, my ex used to go, and I thought it was suspect too. I was like, why?
They're so fancy.
I can't stand nobody who goes to fancy wine and cheese parties.
Don't bring Sutter home to my house. Understand me? When I have get-togethers,
Ooh, I wouldn't do that. Come on. Why would
Sutter home?
I just like alcohol in general, but I
Night
love
train.
Preach.
Brought some night train to the wine party.
MD 2020, none of that.
What about boxed wine?
No, don't bring that to my
No.
My family. Hey, look, I'm the bougie one of my family. So my family tries to bring it over. I got some new box wine. No, I got some plastic bottles to vodka. Don't bring that to my house.
Oh, not plastic bottles of vodka.
Yeah.
That's what I got when I was underage drinking. Ugh.
My family will do it.
If it's Kirkland's, you can use it.
But it's not that
This is not a I guess it's not a COVID story. They're gonna move the farmers market. This is a construction issue.
Why? So what are they going to do over there? Will it go back at some point?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the
Southside
project
Park
they're
is being
doing-
updated, right?
Yeah.
It's being updated.
How do you update a park?
Well, it's the
Give it new swings.
Yeah. Paint it.
You know, freaked out slide. You know, slides go all around right now. Remember the slide we had just go straight down.
Are they going to build COVID pods? You're going to make COVID pod parks.
Right.
Everyone gets their own jungle gym.
And some trees are good too. Trees moving
But
up.
I think they're. I don't.
Are trees?
Are they renovating the whole park or just that little area where the farmers market was?
I just heard the park. I don't know which specific area. I think
Must be also that area
where they have the concerts. You know that like wall with all graffiti on it and pictures and murals. They're gonna update that.
Oh, that's
because
cool.
We're gonna have a lot of outdoor concerts when this all goes away because you're not gonna be inside a lot anymore.
It's gonna be this summer, hopefully. Yeah. This is not a COVID story. This is more like a construction story, and they're gonna move the farmers market to the parking lot at Arden Fair Mall.
That's gonna be funny.
What's that?
That's gonna be funny. I can't wait to see the repercussions of this moving it to Arden Fair Mall.
It's gonna be teenage fights at the
parking lot. It's gonna be the same.
It's gonna be kids up there fighting.
It's gonna be the State Fair 2.0.
Oh man, Thursday night market. It's gonna be like Thursday night market.
Twice the carnies. My question is like, but this is also kind of a COVID thing, right? Where like the only reason they can move to Arden Fair Mall is because Arden Fair Mall is basically a ghost town. So now they can just use that entire parking lot. So it's actually, I don't know if they're maybe paying rent on that one day a month or offering some kind of money to Arden Fair, but like COVID has shut so many things down. There's so much weird, like, what do you think that all these spaces are going to end up being used for?
That's good. That's a good question. It needs to be for the homeless, but
yeah, we do have a massive homeless problem like everybody else.
It needs to be overturned because there's homeless people living everywhere right now. They like used to be.
Because what happened to Sunrise Mall? Remember Sunrise Mall was a thing?
It's the same thing. Empty. I drive past it often. Empty, nothing there. But 10 years ago, there was nothing in Sunrise Mall.
Yeah, I'm like, Sunrise
not really comparable.
There.
The Galleria, bet the Galleria is popping though.
Already taking a lot of stores out of the play in brick and mortar stores anyway, but then COVID happened. So companies, like I said, now they make the decision. We just pull everything you buy online.
What's going to happen to all that industrial space though?
Yeah, I know what they should do. I have an idea.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
I like it already.
Okay, this is a really good idea. So they should take all this industrial space, either tear it down or just redo it and make them into homes for the homeless where they can go through a program and the homeless people can get an address and live there for free. So that way they can get a job, because the only way you can get a job is if you have an address. You cannot get a job unless you have a mailing address. So you can go there and they can live there. They have running water. They get like 3 small meals a day, and they can live there for like 2 or 3 months while they redo their life and get a job and an address and then get an apartment.
So here's the thing though, a lot of people who have recently become homeless, which has made the problem a lot worse than it was, 5, 6, 10 years ago, right? These people have jobs. Yes. They just can't afford to live in Sacramento because of what's happening with, economics elsewhere that's pushed
other people into this. They should make some that are affordable, and then they should make some that are government funded and are free for people who are like homeless, like no job homeless, can't get a job because they don't have an address. And I know this works because they do it in Canada, and they have a lot less homeless people than we do because they give homeless people free housing so that they can get a job, and it works. And since we have all these buildings, we might as well just help these people out and give them. I think we should have like this village type thing is what I think is that you have people that can't afford to
to live elsewhere. You create this village. Okay, let's say they would just repurpose the whole mall into this housing unit, this village. Let's get rid of this parking lot. Let's build a community farm back here. You're going to watch the kids. You're good with kids. You're going to do the daycare. You're going to teach. You're going to whatever it is, but you build something that they have to be a part of in order to live there.
Yeah.
Who wants to go work for somebody?
Like, next movie in Divergent. That's the next movie in Divergent. The problem is it comes about choice. Like who do you first of all, if I'm a business owner, if I'm a nonprofit owner, how am I making money? How do you sell that to me? I'm these people that own the industrial complex you're talking about, how do I, they're not gonna do. So as a CEO and businessman, it's a terrible decision for me to do that. But I agree with you, something should have happened like that, but it doesn't happen in a capitalistic society, only social.
Yeah, no, this has to happen. This is a grand scale of whatever happens after COVID is going to be interesting to watch, because even after it's, you know, the thing that we talk about every day and loathe every day, it has impacted so many different things. So what is, you know, what does the rebuilding of the world after this look like? It's still going to be people who are afraid to be around other people. There's still going to be an over excess of places and spaces that could be utilized for something else but aren't, because why would I open a business now when at this point I've already reestablished my whole business plan? Everything's different now. Why go back? So it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Looking at money, everything is going to be different. Flat currency, that's why flat currency is going away and everybody's doing cryptocurrency. That's that's more companies like Tesla, like they're accepting Bitcoin to buy cars. They're going to be doing that everywhere now.
I think that we should just find the sixth infinity stone and like solve the problem.
I like both. I like Asia and Aurora. I like your idea. I think Steph's right though. The people that own those buildings built those buildings so they can make money.
True.
Right.
I just think we were talking about how much money, the financial cost of COVID and everything that we've been going through. I thought this was interesting that the infrastructure, literally because of the aftermath of this, entire sections that were like, oh, this is industrial or this is commercial or this is whatever. Some of those like entire parts of Sacramento that were for something are going to change because like literally the world doesn't even
purpose. Right. Yeah, everything's going to be a repurposing of a lot of things.
So that
Sacramento was just coming up. Remember, Midtown was just coming up with Doco, and it was like some things over there being built over there, and it's going to be a trip, man. Like the new Arco Arena, I don't think we'll see again 70,000 people in an arena again for a long time.
Man.
People, why would I be next to vaccine or not? I'm going to feel tentative about this for a long time.
Yeah, I'm going to have like PTSD from this pandemic. Like, I don't want to get too close. Like, don't breathe on me. Like, I don't know. If you don't know the next disease that's going to come out and wipe everybody out. Maybe this is just the precursor.
70,000 people going to see Kings games like recently? No.
I mean,
concerts.
Lance is not here, but
I was ticket holder of the Kings, and then the year I season ticket holder, they won like 13 games, and I canceled the next year. They win like 36.
They won 13. That's pretty good, bro. That's good for the Kings. Let me get out of here. I was looking for real stories. I found one real story. It's a tiny one. We'll do it and get out of here. But I was struck by like. There's a lot of tragedy, right? People dying in car accidents and stuff like that. One of them, it was a couple and they had like little girls, right? And they got all these people reaching out. I got this horrible story about the Proud Boys infiltrating the Sacramento Republican company, got blackface at a Catholic high school. It strikes me as far as like, I might have to do some research on my own as far as what's going on in Sacramento, because the news is clickbait. Like the news itself is designed for, I know if you say something racial, well then Steph Sanders is gonna go off on it and then accuse all it's like the news is competing with other media, and so to get your attention, and that's always sold ever since I've been a kid. It's like let's look at tragedy. Well, there's less of it, so it is very exciting and it is important for people to know, and then essentially but I think they should be talking about like things that are important or things that are exception to the rule. So you'd expect there'd be more positive stories.
Yeah, I'd expect that too. I stopped watching the news. The first 11 minutes of the news is
you should do the next broadcast based on the newspaper and see how different it is.
Yeah.
I wonder what happens if you go to the newspaper instead of an online article.
Happy News.
Oh, I check out the newspaper articles. I'm doing research, but I was struck.
I mean, like a physical newspaper that you get, like a paper.
Yes,
the
ma'am.
Sacramento News and Review, did they make it?
Oh, cool.
I'm just saying, even the physical newspaper, all of the articles, as news always has, are like, trying to get you riled up, and these are the horrible things. But they're they're right in the zeitgeist as far as like racial and violent. Like the news.
What's a physical newspaper?
I'm
just kidding.
Well,
right, Aurora, right.
When a mommy tree loves a daddy tree, and they make a baby the paper.
I am Groot.
The Sac Beast in trouble, man.
The only news article I could find that was kind of, I don't know, whatever. But remember we had that story that lady was stealing money from the government, or she was like,
from AIDS.
Stealing from the AIDS fund.
Yeah, CalPERS, California Public Employees Retirement System. So this is everybody in Sacramento, right? They found Legionella, which is a bacteria growing in some of their cafe sinks, right?
Yeah, it's a water growth bug.
And especially if it's inhaled, it gets into your lungs, Legionella can cause pneumonia called Legionnaire's disease, which I've heard of before, but didn't know how.
That's an old school disease. That's back in the day, World War I.
Wait a minute, there's a bacteria growing in the water now?
Right. So yeah. So California, the people that run the retirement.
All that dookie in the river. All that river dookie.
People.
Not even gonna blame homeless people.
See?
In the river.
But remember, it was like, where was that place where they found lead in the water, or whatever?
Flint, Michigan.
So Flint, right? So I think when all this news is going on and everybody's getting distracted and they, whatever, that's how you get racist sheriffs. That's how you get Legionella in the water. It's because people aren't taking care of business and handling our actual problems. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, I didn't even know that Legionnaires could just come back like that.
Yeah, man.
Lots of things can, which is why it's also interesting in this with people, the whole, division of vaccine versus no vaccine. Like, do you know what polio is doing to people in the 50s? Like, it's a little bit yucky once it starts getting yucky. And when you start having a lack of concern for science, you get Legionella that starts popping up in places again.
How do I not get Legionella? How do I
not?
Don't get any water from the CalPERS headquarters.
Don't go to CalPERS.
Okay.
Tuberculosis is coming back too, man.
What?
Tuberculosis is coming back too.
Oh yeah,
anti-vaxxers spreading diseases.
Hey, leprosy might make a comeback.
Oh my God.
I got the black plague.
If leprosy come back, I'm out. I ain't helping nobody with leprosy. I ain't doing nothing.
Is leprosy coming back?
No,
and the 4 horsemen, apparently. The 4 horsemen will be here soon too. So
tuberculosis, leprosy.
Those are the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Right.
And we are the 4 horsemen of the 916 News on the Street. I'm Ellis. Y'all know where to find me because you're watching my channel right now.
I like that, Asia. That was cool.
Steph, where can we find you?
Right now, I'm about to go change my mom's diaper, but I gotta go. I got Off the Change podcast. I am Steph Sanders everywhere. We doing shows in the streets again too. Yikes.
Yo, hey. Steph, before because we're done with the show, so I want to get off real quick. But did you have a cleaning lady?
Yeah.
You pay someone to clean your house, but you don't pay anybody to clean to your mama's.
No, I do that.
Why? Do that.
Huh?
Why?
I don't want nobody else cleaning my mom's diapers.
You know what? Okay, that's cool.
You know what? Okay.
He wants to do it. She did it for him. Now he's doing it for her. It's nice. Right. It's sweet.
That's sweet. I salute you, Steph.
You know what though? She's probably your size anyway. It's probably not that big of a deal, right?
Oh, mom's bigger. Hey, look, man, they brought home the wrong baby. I'm telling you, everybody in my family tall and big. My dad was 6'7", my mom was 6'2". Everybody big with me, man. They brought home the wrong baby.
When's your next episode?
I've been the same size since the 3rd grade, so they thought I was gonna be big.
When's the next episode of Off the Change?
Off the Chain is out right now, man. We just finished this week's episode. Is out right now on all platforms, nice. And the video comes out today. Off the Chain on YouTube, and then next week we record. Hey, Asia, I got to get you on.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Get at me.
Yeah, you
got Aurora, where can we find you online?
So I am Aurora Singh.
Super thick. Go ahead.
Hashtag super thick. Aurora Singh on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and my YouTube channel is called Health Actually. I haven't posted in 2 weeks, but I will be posting 3 new videos next week. And also, of course, on TikTok, Aurora Singh 1, because some bitch took Aurora Singh. I don't know who she is, but I will find her.
We still trying to find her.
We're still trying to find her.
My feelers out. Yeah.
Yes. And I just want to say I'm very disappointed in St. Francis. I love all my friends and some teachers from there, but god damn, that just makes me really sad. So I hope everyone has a really good day today, and please don't do blackface. It's not nice.
Yeah. Speaking of blackface, everybody, Asia, thank you for coming in. Love you, boo. Where can we find you online? Where can people come see you?
You can find me on Instagram at exclusively Asia May, AJAMAE. YouTube, same thing, exclusively Asia May. Facebook on live, acting a damn fool. It's fun times. On Twitter, I'm 6 foot Wonder Woman without vowels. Thanks for having me, guys.
Hey, for Ash Wednesday, and for Ash, whatever, 30 days, I'm giving up white people. Love you,
right. That's the show. Bye, Sacramento.
Toodaloo, guys.
Bye, Sacramento.